It was just after 4:40 p.m. in the Beacon Hill neighborhood of South Seattle when the doorbell camera picked up two masked men approaching a home. The footage begins innocently enough with a man walking up the pathway and ringing the doorbell, but what happened next turned a routine evening into a nightmare captured on doorbell footage. Within seconds, the camera records the two men rushing in from behind the victim. One of them points what appears to be a gun at the man on the porch, while the second raises a taser and fires it twice.
Come out of all that right now. Everything you got. Come out of everything.
The victim collapses on the walkway. The entire scene is chilling because while the victim is down, the robbers begin rifling through his pockets, taking his wallet, keys, and gold chain in plain view of the camera.
You can't get it off? You can't get it off? Try to get it off. Don't move. Hurry up. Shut up. Take the ring off. I'm trying to. Come on, bro.
What makes this footage haunting isn't just the attack, it's how visible it is. The taser's crackle, the victim's stunned silence, the masked faces staring into the lens. One suspect even smashes the camera briefly, plunging the view into darkness for a moment. Family members of the victim later revealed that they believe the suspects had been following the victim from a nearby shopping center before they arrived at his home. Investigators noted that similar attacks were occurring in the same precinct. Vulnerable residents were being targeted after leaving shopping areas and heading home. No one expected their porch to become a crime scene. A neighborhood cameras a whisper away from safety recorded this moment of violence. It was early on June 2nd in the Drive area near Ballarat, Victoria, when a homeowner's doorbell camera captured a woman at the front door and asked for help, then speaking to the resident and asking for clothing and water. With no hesitation, the resident gives her a jumper and a large bottle of water. She later puts the jumper on and accepts the drink before walking away down the street. Those moments on the camera are short, but they show a woman who was clearly not okay, disoriented and needing immediate help. Police and family quickly linked and was later identified the woman publicly as Renee, and she had been missing for weeks. Her bank accounts had not been accessed for the period she was missing. Authorities warned she may be confused due to a medical condition and urged anyone who'd seen her to come forward. The fact she'd been gone for more than a month made that doorbell clip painfully urgent. Victoria Police released the footage to the public while investigators worked the case. The family and police both pleaded for information after the clip circulated. Local media picked up the story and amplified the search, sharing the doorbell frames so witnesses could identify the route she took after leaving the house. They were seriously concerned for her welfare given how long she'd been missing and the cold weather. As of the latest police updates, she remains a missing person, and authorities continue to appeal for information. That short, grainy doorbell clip could be the single lead that brings her home. The footage starts with a quiet street at about 1 a.m. A woman walks up to a house. She's looking over her shoulder as if someone is right behind her. As she reaches the threshold, two masked men suddenly sprint into frame from off camera and rush the doorway. One of them lunges at the door as the pair scramble to get inside. The woman reacts instantly, slamming the door. You can hear the scuffle on the camera audio and see the suspects try to force the handle. The footage gets tenser when one suspect smashes the doorbell camera with what looks like the butt of a firearm. He swings the weapon at the device until the feed cuts to static and fled from the scene. The victim's son later told reporters he was upstairs when the chaos happened. His mother slammed the door just in time, and the suspects fled when they realized they couldn't force their way in.
I'm still shocked. I'm still in disbelief. Am I angry? I mean, right now I am because, that's mom, right? That's dad. The realization that he had like an extended mag on his gun, I'm not sure what would have happened if he had gotten in. So she moved so quick and agile that, I'm still in disbelief. I guess the person had his hand and with the gun in the door. He basically pistol whipped the ring camera until he broke it off.
If this looks familiar, that's because it might be. Detectives believe this incident could be connected to the earlier case we talked about, the one involving two masked men ambushing a homeowner in South Seattle. Kent police even said the methods used were nearly identical.
Jimmy feels the attack is eerily similar to some recent headlines out of South Seattle.
Right now, everything you got, come out of everything.
Remember this? Back in August, Seattle police began investigating a group of burglars targeting homeowners of Asian descent.
Not long after the footage went public, police arrested two suspects believed to be the men seen in the video. Both were young men from the Seattle area, one only 18 years old, believed to be part of a small group targeting homes late at night. Investigators haven't confirmed if it's the same pair, but the similarities are hard to ignore. It's late at night in a quiet Hillsboro, Oregon neighborhood. Most of the homes are dark, just porch lights glowing faintly along the street. The stillness is suddenly broken when a Ring doorbell camera clicks on, triggered by motion. For a moment, the frame shows nothing but the empty driveway and the faint hum of the night air. Then, from the edge of the camera's view, a woman bursts into frame, breathing heavily, clearly terrified. She runs straight up to the front door, banging on it with her fists, shouting for help. She sounds desperate, like she knows something awful is about to happen. The camera's microphone picks up every sound, the knocking, the muffled sobs, the panic in her voice. Seconds later, a man sprints into view from the darkness behind her. He grabs her around the waist and tries to pull her backward off the porch. The woman screams, twisting and clawing at the door frame, refusing to let go. Her voice echoes through the neighborhood, a sound that feels almost unreal in how sudden and violent it is.
Please help me! Please help me!
You can hear the scuffle, her feet scraping against the concrete, the thud as she's dragged down the steps. The camera never looks away. It stays locked on the scene as the man drags her toward a white pickup truck parked at the curb. For a split second, the porch light catches his face, expressionless. The woman keeps screaming until the truck door slams shut. In a flash, the vehicle speeds off into the darkness. The sound fades out, replaced by the still hum of the street again. Luckily, the suspect was later identified, who knew the victim personally. Authorities later confirmed that the woman in the footage had been abducted that night. She had managed to escape and run to the nearest house, hoping someone would answer the door before he caught up. But she never got that chance. Detectives eventually tracked the man down using surveillance and vehicle footage from the neighborhood. When they found him, the victim was still with him, alive, but traumatized, and too shaken to speak. As of now, the woman was found safe shortly after. These doorbell cameras captured moments no one ever expects to see, moments that remind us how quickly ordinary nights can turn into something terrifying. Each clip is a glimpse into the reality of what people face behind closed doors. If there's one thing to take away, it's to stay alert, stay aware, and make sure your home is always secure.